label, but I'm up now. Fans taking pictures, keep the shit up out the internet. Might just contradict myself and go post up some dog shit. Bitches pull up to the studio and start a mosh pit. Lobster over steak and I put money over nonsense. You wanna get your bread right? You heard what I said, right?
Yo, if you were in the chat with us, welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope you guys have had a great day off today if you had the day off. And if you were at work or are at work, what's up? If you're in the chat right now and you haven't submitted yet, just make sure you hit ! submit to submit your music or ! skip to learn how to skip the queue. It's up to you. However you want to submit music is happy with me, but it's always free for you to submit. If you're in the chat, let us know what you've been up to. And also let us know if these audio settings are okay. It's always good to make sure we get these set at the beginning of the stream. I can't wait to get into your music today. I had a couple other things that are going on as well right now. We'll do announcements first. Lenos, welcome back. We're excited to hear your music too. Like I said, we're going to get into this music shortly. I'm going to have some announcements for you guys before we get started. Let's turn the camera on though. What's up? If you're in the chat, welcome in, happy Monday. Let us know if you're here watching. And if you got music you want to send in, as always, all you gotta do is hit ! submit or ! skip if you want to learn how to submit your music and guarantee your songs get played on stream today. This song from Shaylin called Constellations is a vibe. You can find this in our songs we found on live stream playlist, which is all music that we found this year specifically. Oh, is my chat? No, my chat is working. That was weird. We didn't have chat for a second, but it's back. If you're with us on TikTok, Nero.fan / KayvanMD if you guys want to get your music played on stream tonight. Just make sure you submit there. Sorry for the gibberish in the chat too. I just wanted to make sure the chat was working. If you're in here, what's going on? How you doing? Let us know. We'll give the community a couple more minutes to get in. Got 25 submissions in so far. About 7 in the paid skip queue. So we'll do 5 paid skips and we'll do a free one. And we'll just keep doing free skips until we're done, unless there's more paid skips to come in. But if you want to submit, all you have to do is hit ! submit, and it's going to pull up the form for you to submit it over on Nero to make my life way easier if you submit that way. Femi, what's going on, bro? Good to see you back in this chat. I know we've been talking in the Arsenal group chat, which is nice. It was good to see you pop up in there as well. A fellow Arsenal fan. If you haven't submitted your music yet, guys, make sure you hit ! submit. And let us know you've been working on as well. Here, I'll give you guys a couple of these announcements first and foremost. We got a couple things that have been popping up recently. New opportunities for you guys in the community, which I'm really excited about. First and foremost, if you missed our Q&A with Heiko this past Wednesday, you fucked up. I heard it was a really good one. I wasn't in there because I was traveling, but it was really, really great. I heard there was a lot of really great information and tidbits in there. We'll be dropping the full VOD from that Q&A in the Discord community this week. I just got to upload it and put it in there. So if you are in the Discord, just make sure you keep your eyes open for that. If you missed it, you can still listen in on these Q&As and check out what there was in there. You just have to be in our Discord community to learn about it and see about it. That is exclusively for the members of our Discord, and it's free. So I don't know why you wouldn't do it. We have our next one coming up with Ben Moscow next Wednesday. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that one as well. Ben was the founder, or is the founder, sorry, of Real Ones, which is a blog that covers a lot of Chicago-based artists specifically, but just a great dude, great journalist, great publicist. He's in a lot of really cool things. genuinely just a great guy. So make sure you tap in if you haven't as well on the Discord side. We have another Q&A coming up. Not this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 25th, all right? So make sure you are in our Discord if not. Another thing for you guys in the community, make sure you do this. Another 48 hours, we're teaming up with Big Ass Kids. If you haven't checked out Big Ass Kids, you definitely need to go check them out. And another amazing music community. They do all the See You Next Year projects. So Pigeons and Planes, they've done 3, or they're on number 3, year 3 right now. But that is a camp where they curate an entire album project to put it together and bring artists together. It's really tight. So we are the first curators, or I guess myself and the Big Ass Kids team are the first curators of the Another 48 Hours playlist this year. This is the first one in 2026. Last year, that culminated in a show at SOBs with all the music curators who are a part of it. That might happen this year as well. I'm not sure. Fingers crossed. But if you want to be considered for this playlist and also considered for our At Home With interview series, which we will be giving one artist from this community who enters into this playlist the opportunity to be highlighted in one of these posts as well. It's partially an interview. It's partially a recap of some of the content that you make and things like that. Make sure you apply. You only have another day. So today is 24. We're 24 hours in. You have 24 more hours to submit your music for it if you haven't already. If you want to find the link for that, all you have to do is go to my link tree, which I just put in the chat for you as well. Make sure you go over there if you want to submit your music for another 48 hours. Go do it. Seriously. I want to put like a bunch of people from this community in this playlist, so make sure you're submitting from there on that form, okay? If you're with us on TikTok, you want to submit your music, all you have to do is go to Nero.fm/KayvanMD to submit your music for free. I'll explain who I am, what I do, and all that kind of stuff if you stick around. If you do know who I am, hey. If you don't, I'll introduce myself, don't worry. What we do here, outside of just opportunities for you guys in the artist community, we actually do music feedback. That is what we do here Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you're wondering why would I care what this guy has to say about music, well, in my day job, I am the Director of Artists and Labor Relations at Genius. Yes, the YouTube channel, we do verified, open mic, all that kind of stuff. I've been there for about 9 years, doing both of those things, booking for and interviewing artists. I've also been managing artists for the last 10 years. I've done probably about 100 million streams on the management side of things with very little spent, especially working with independent and emerging artists. I've been in and out of major label deals, done brand deals, I've done all kinds of things. I've also worked on branded content, live events, just really anything artist facing that's media related. With Genius I've worked on, but I also ran a distribution company at Genius called Genius Distro for the last 3 years as well, where I was signing artists, putting music out, planning rollouts, really doing everything from start to finish. DSP placements and pitching, curated pitching and placements, marketing spends, content strategy, a little bit of everything, right? So that's what I've been doing, but I also really my whole life have been a huge fan of music. I've been a musician myself. I've been a producer. I've been an artist. So I've kind of done a little bit of all these different areas. This isn't coming from a place of me not understanding what it's like to be in your shoes. I absolutely super get what it's like to be in your shoes. So what we try and do here twice a week is really just create a space for artists to send music in, get feedback on the things they're working on, maybe advice on how you can grow or develop as an artist, and also just connecting you with other people in your community as well. The goal is to really just build community around independent emerging artists in a way that doesn't feel exploitative. That's why I'm always saying, you know, if you want to spend money and get in the priority skip queue and guarantee you get played, that's cool. That's up to you. I'm not really pressed if you don't do that, to be honest. It's not really why I do this. I have a job, you know what I mean? This is not my main source of anything. So this is really just to kind of give back to the artist community where I can and help you. So if you have any questions you want to ask about the music industry or anything, feel free to ask those at any point. If you want to ask questions about Genius, you can ask that interview and whatever it is that you want to ask about. I'm happy to answer. And it's always free for you to submit your music as well. So make sure you hit !submit or !skip if you want to learn how to submit your music or skip the queue. And yeah, that's it. If you are in the chat and you're listening to the songs too, please let us know what you think of the songs. We do want to know what you think of them. It's not just about my opinion. If you're listening to the songs as well and you want to give feedback on other people's music, please do that. The one rule is to just be respectful of each other. Official Duhan asks, what do you look for an artist? In which capacity? Because I think it's kind of really dependent on which side of things you're talking about. It changes what I look for, I think, in artists. So if it's management, if it's distro, or if it's for the press side of things with booking artists for interviews, there's definitely different things that I need to look at and focus on. But let me know what you want, and I'll explain that a little bit more. And yeah, that's it. So we're going to get into your music in a second. Like I said, if you don't follow us on Instagram at Kayvan's House, make sure you do that. A lot of good content here, playlists for you guys, and new opportunities. We're going to be launching a new playlist, which is actually for unreleased music with High Note in the next couple of days, maybe the week. So keep your eyes open for that too. Community playlist is back open, so we'll be updating that soon. That's it. Duhan says more from management and distro. All right, so for distro, the things that I would have looked for on the distro side are, it's kind of a combination of things, right? Music first. If the music isn't good, I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. I'm not trying to work on stuff that I don't enjoy, I don't feel good about, I don't like, I wouldn't listen to myself, and I don't feel good attaching myself to. So music is gonna be the first thing, right? Great music. Second thing for me is going to be work ethic. I think work ethic is extremely important. If the artist doesn't have a strong work ethic, I probably am not going to enjoy working with them personally, because the way I work with artists is very hand-in-hand partnership, and really just a fair division of work as well. Like, I'm not your assistant, I'm not your babysitter, that's not what I'm looking to do. So I'm really looking for a good, strong work ethic as well. Reliability, honesty, are they a good person? I think these are more intangible things. And then from like a more tangible data standpoint, do you understand social media? Are you making content and posting it? Even if it's not the right content yet, even if you're still figuring it out, are you actively making and putting the work in to kind of do that in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be doing the things and understanding what it's like to be an artist for me to want to work with you, I think. And then obviously, like, streaming numbers are good. If you have some momentum, that's great. If there's people talking about you in the general music curator space, that's also really like a huge plus. Like, it's much easier to kind of work with something that's already moving a little bit. But yeah, I think it depends. I'm pretty like, I don't know. It's got to be like my gut and my taste first and foremost. And if those things don't line up, then the other things I'm probably not even going to really think about or look at all. You know what I mean? Like, that first and foremost, the music's really got to speak to me, and the artist's story has to speak to me a little bit for me to want to work with them. Connie Roses, what's up? Welcome back to the chat. We're going to get started here very, very shortly. I've been yapping a little bit so far at the beginning of the stream. But if you do want to send some music in, you guys know how to do it. !submit, !skip. And we're going to get into your music. So like I said, please be respectful of each other. That is really the only big rule in here. And if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm always happy to answer them. First, I'm going to show you guys something from one of my artists before we get into your music. So we just dropped this music video, self-edited by Vera yesterday. I feel really good about it. Kristen shot the video. Vera edited the video. This was a song that we put out maybe over a year ago at this point. But I really love the song still, and I think that she did a great job on editing the video. So I wanted to share it with you guys as well. Let us know what you think in the chat. This one's called Rose Garden by Vera. There's a party This is actually one of my favorite songs I think we've done. Shout out to Richie Quake and Cheddar who produced this one. So this is one of the artists that I manage. It's not a super high budget video. We rented a space. We shot it on an iPhone. You just gotta do it. Alright, we got a nice little queue building up. Every 5 paid skips, we'll do a free skip at random, so make sure you guys keep your ears open and eyes open for that as well. What's up if you're over on YouTube? I see you, Asia. Welcome to the chat. Beautiful. We're gonna get started on your songs right after this. I too, yeah. Funnily enough. I can't remember what the command is though. There you go. There you go, young robot. There you go, bud. 3 months of free distro for you. This song is out now. I'm going to put a link in the chat for you guys as well if you do want to go stream it. But let us know what you think. Would love to know, you know, always curious about you guys' opinions on things. Here's the socials too if you want to go follow. That's all you need to do. I'll be pulling up socials for everybody as we go. So make sure you put your socials and link your socials, man. Don't be stupid. Duhan says very smooth indie vibe. I'm glad you feel that way. That's definitely where we're at with this one. I actually love this song. I probably listened to it, I don't know, 200 times, 300 times at this point. Brianna Knight says, love that melody. It's a good one, man. It's definitely one of those that just gets stuck in your brain, and then you can't get rid of it. Growly, what's up? A little fun behind the scenes personality at the end. All right, if you guys want to submit, make sure you hit the chat. That was Rose Garden by Vera. If you want to go follow on Instagram as well, like I said, its middle name is Vera. We've got some more music videos coming out. She also just did this really cool cover of Blade Bird by OK Lou as well, which, if you guys listen to OK Lou, we're going to have more of these coming as well. She's been doing these on her own at home. I'm excited about the next one that we're going to drop. Anyway, let's get into your music. At middle name is Vera on Instagram. We're getting started with Call Me by John today. What's up, Kay? Made this early this month. It's not mixed or mastered yet, but it's still a vibe. I've been a fan of John since we started listening to him, honestly. Everything's been really, really solid. So let us know what you think in the chat. West Coast based. It's got that West Coast bounce usually. So I'm excited to see which direction he goes with this one. John 3 p.m. on Instagram. Let us know what you think in the chat. Now you guys can already see what it's like once we start to get into your music. Oh, let us know what you think in the chat. This one feels really good. Is this still open right now? Like, is it just a hook with an open space verse right here? Zelex says wavy. I do like this one. I think you need to fill up that space right there and that like 30 to 58 second mark, 57 second mark. Oh, okay. You submitted the wrong one. Resubmit. Let me know when you've done it. We'll put you back in the queue, but I'll skip for now so that we can make sure we get the full experience. Because, yeah, if it's just going to be only choruses, my biggest feedback for you is I want to hear it when it's filled up. So if you have the rest of it, send it. But you guys kind of get a vibe now for what we're doing in here. Sky on the Floor by Leno up next. This features one of my middle school buddies, Aiden Hello. It's my first self-produced track that'll be dropping as a single this year. Hope you all enjoy. This one's called Sky on the Floor. Nah, you're good. You're good. It happens, bro. It happens. And you paid for it, so we're going to make sure that we get the right one in there. All right? Sky on the Floor, Leno's playlist. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Say a prayer for me, baby.
You near. What's up, my dude? How are you doing?
Baby. Sing a song just about how we could be.
I've got like a little bit of an issue with timing, I think, in this part. It's like really close, but it does feel like it's slightly off. Only in the drumless section.
Little baby, I'll hide away. Regenerate, keeping my mind awake. Head on the highway. Give me a hug and a smile, okay? We'll be happy I died today. I am the sky, you are the floor.
Woo!
Your eyes pull mine and ask for more. Bring on your love that I adore.
Okay, overall, really loving the vocal harmonies here. Right? Vocal arrangement is really, really great. I do think there needs to be a little bit more balance between the different vocal layers. Like right now, mix-wise, there's just certain ones that kind of stand out a bit too much. Certain others that I wish kind of just felt a little bit more tucked. It's really when you get into the choral arrangement.
I keep it too simple, I keep it mature. I think I was high for you. If heaven and hell with the sky and the floor.
Careful with the plosives as well, especially on that lead vocal. Mostly around the S's right now. Song itself is a vibe, though. Let us know what you think in the chat. I really enjoy this song a lot. Leno's playlist on Instagram. Nels, what's going on? Welcome back. Yeah, look, for me, mix on this one needs a little bit of work, especially around vocal arrangement and all the different layers happening in the vocals, because there's a lot of really great vocals in there. A lot of really great melodies and harmonies in there as well. To me, there's just still a little inconsistency, especially in the leveling of it. That's probably the only thing that really stands out on that front, is just needing a little bit more massaging in the different layers that are happening, so that it just feels a little bit more balanced. And the lead stands out a little bit more. I think at times that's probably the biggest thing that I hear is really that side of things, and then just a little bit of stuff with the plosives and just cleaning up some of those S's so they don't resound. Like, we just get some of that like extra noise around them. Like, you kind of hear a little clipping at times. I can tell it's just because you recorded, with your microphone probably on high gain, because it's just a little bit of a quieted delivery style. You're not really like projecting at the microphone. So I think that's probably a mixture of it. And also on the mix side of things, I think it could be cleaned up a little bit. But generally, I really, really enjoyed the song. I think it's a really great direction for you. I think your voice sounds good on it. I think the chemistry with you and your friends on it also feels really good. But to me, it's just the mix that needs a little bit more work to really get those levels balanced. You know what I mean? Like, if you go listen to like a Brent, or like someone who's just, if they've got a lot of vocal layers happening, I think there's just a way to arrange them, especially from like a volume standpoint and just a leveling standpoint, that really just accentuates every single piece of that harmony and of the kind of arrangement that you have going. Right now, it's just like a little bit too heavy on certain harmonies, and so it drowns out others, and so you don't get this really like lush kind of all-encompassing feel to the actual vocal arrangement, even though it is a really, really good vocal arrangement and full vocal arrangement. You know what I'm saying? Roy Rutu, welcome. I'm glad that you did. Welcome back to the chat. It's nice to see you. All right, we're gonna do Pari Blanco first, John, and then we'll do yours next, okay? Just because that's the way it's arranged right now. Do You Believe in Me by Pari Blanco up next. Let us know what you think in the chat, and hopefully that helps Leno. But great job generally. I like that one. Leno's playlist on Instagram again if you want to go follow, okay? That was sick. You are very welcome, Leno. I see you over on YouTube in the chat as well. Oh, let us know what you think in the chat. This one hit hard off rip. Pari Blanco on Instagram. This is not the first song that I've heard that I've enjoyed from Pari. There was another song that maybe I thought I'd saved, but I'm not seeing it now. John says fire. Let us know what you think if you're in the chat. This one knocks. I do think the vocal could be cleaned up a little bit on this one too. I think it's mostly in the EQ. You know, like, this guy's got like a naturally deep tone. Kind of clashes with a lot of the deep tones in the production as well. I think there's different elements of the vocal tone that you could probably boost just to make it cut through a little bit more than it does at the moment. I think the delivery style is great though. Tonally, it's great. Duhan says this one's dope and the beat and his vocal work well. Overall, yes, but then when you get it in headphones, because I'm, it's like right here, and I can kind of, it's just a little bit more of a balanced listening experience on headphones. It is very low end heavy, and it could be that the sub is kind of creating, taking up a little bit more space than it needs to. It could be that the vocal is just sitting in a little bit more of a deeper tone EQ wise. But there is something happening in that low end where like the vocal could cut through just a little bit more, I think. And that's really it. I do really like it overall, and I saved it for the playlist. I definitely think there's something really cool about Pari's voice. And also just beat choices. The raps are good. Like it feels good overall, but it is those little details, I think, in the EQ that maybe need just a little bit of smoothing, a little bit of just like a little, like, ducking some things out, boosting some little frequencies. But I don't think it's like a drastic change by any means. It's very close. Callie, what's up? It's a vibe in the chorus, says Nels. That one's a vibe in headphones too. I think like if I'm just listening really critically though, that's probably the one thing that I would comment on. Listening to something like that, or then going and listening to like a radio ready song. You know what I mean? It's just like those little tiny details that I think really just make the difference. And it's, that's probably what I hear on that. All right, this is the right version of Call Me by John. We'll do 2 more and then we'll do a free skip, okay? Let us know what you think in the chat. Like I said, we started listening to this one and it was only the chorus. It was sounding good with the chorus. But let's check it out with the rest of it in there as well. Let us know what you think in the chat. John 3 p.m. on Instagram. If you're rocking with us, we'll make sure you go follow. Oh. I think Callie's vibing with this one in the chat. For me, this bass line is everything, bro. The synth and bass line combo here feels like such a classic, like late 80s, early 90s R&B song. I do think the vocals could come up just a little bit more. Callie says it sounds so happy. It's definitely a vibe. Very timeless sound overall. You know, especially just production choices, sound choices. Duhan says this gives summer vibes. If you're with us on TikTok, Nero.fam/KayvanMD to submit your music. John says I was happy when I made this. Oh, love this little clap moment right here, too. Brandon Knight said this is a summer vibe. John 3 p.m. if you're rocking with us, make sure you go follow. Brianna says, let me break this out in May. And look, it's helping with the cold weather right now. Nah, this feels great, John. Overall, really, really good job. If I was going to be super picky, I think the vocals could maybe come up just a tiny bit more. Just to sit ever so slightly more on the production, but the production is really a vibe. Banana. Great bass line, great synth work. Really, really enjoyed the energy of that one all around. Yeah, good job, man. John 3 p.m. on Instagram. Like I said, I've been a fan of a lot of the stuff that we've heard from John. There's a reason. It just keeps being good. It keeps being fun to listen to. All right, we'll do this one. We'll do another free skip after this. Be There in 10, Brianna Knight, released on V-Day, trying to get a sense of what scenes or content come to mind when listening to this. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. W like Lovey says, hard. You are very welcome. This is Brianna Knight. Also been a fan of Brianna's. Makes great music. If you're an R&B fan, this is great R&B music. And that's all there is to it. I'll let you listen and you can tell me what you think, but... Nell says immediately, off top. It is very good. This is why I said it. This actually reminds me of Sasha Keeble already. Love Sasha Keeble's music. One of the things that I've said consistently about Brianna is the runs. They were so tastefully done. Pushes her vocals in exactly the right ways. Sally says hard. Brianna Knight music on Instagram with a K. W like Lovey says Jasmine Sullivan vibe. You are not wrong. Who is this feature?
I don't care what you got on, cause it's coming off. Let the tension talk. Cause baby, I wanna see it.
Who is this?
Where we going, you decide.
Jazz. Oh my gosh. Brianna Knight music, one of the artists on this one. Jazz, the other one. Is it this Jazz? Jazz Watts? Ooh. Alright. This is amazing work from both of you. No notes, no notes. Definitely like Lovely says, killed this. Yeah, this is a perfect song. I don't like. Definitely standout commercial R&B record. Great voices, great runs, great vocal arrangement. The mix on it was great. All the vocals were really cut through. This reminds me of 7th Streeter and Her, says Callie Stockton. That was great, guys. You guys really killed that. The feature was Jazz. Jazz Watts. I hope I'm saying that right, and it's not Jazz. If it's Jazz, I apologize, but I'm assuming it's Jazz Watts. Super fire. You guys killed it. That one's called Be There in 10. Straight into the playlist. We'll put it in the new music this one as well this week when we update. All right, let's do a free skip. Who's it going to be? This reminded me of Before I Do by 7. It's definitely in that space. You know what I mean? I think that style of R&B is really making a comeback right now, even if we look at like Mutt, if we look at fucking Folded by Kalani. Like, it's a very specific style of R&B that I think for a while no one was making, really. You know what I mean? Like, there was definitely this time period where it was kind of like, you know, this probably like right after Bryson came out, where everybody was doing kind of the more like, less like really pushing the vocal style of R&B, and it really feels like real singers are kind of coming back to the forefront of R&B in a really strong and great way, which I love, and I feel like you guys are doing that perfectly for me. Check the rhyme. What's up? Welcome back. Brown says, favorite song I've heard all day, and I've been playing music all morning. I call it the Bryson era. Yeah, like the trap soul era. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're moving away from that a little bit more now, which is great, because I think for a while, it's not that R&B was dead by any means, right? Like, I think a lot of people were saying that, but it definitely was less exciting, and I think a lot of us found ourselves listening to the stuff that was really, like, popular for, you know, at least for me when I was a kid. The stuff that came out in the early 2000s, late 90s, it's, like, beautiful. It's definitely not dead. It's just different, and I think a lot of people, you know, for a while, it was just like, oh, we're either going to regurgitate the exact same, like, 90s style and sound, which I think a lot of people were doing, and it was working for them, or we're going to do the trap soul stuff, which, like, is fine, or, like, the PND stuff, which is fine, but maybe not necessarily what I want to listen to. It's not necessarily my favorite style of R&B, personally, but I think what you guys did on this record definitely sits in that space of what I love. So, great job, great job. All right, our first free skip, I Wish You Well by Shinobi. Hope everyone's doing well and staying blessed. This is a track off my upcoming album that I plan to finish and release by the end of the year. Song embodies the last remarks of a relationship gone bad. Oh, no. Hope you all enjoy. God bless. Elmine, I love Elmine. He's so good. That's definitely one of my favorites. I think the UK R&B sound is and style is like one of my favorites. I mean, I grew up there, so it's definitely like a personal connection for me, but I absolutely love the UK R&B scene. It's just been so strong for so long. Brianna says, yeah, we keep circling back to other stuff, which means it's time to switch it up. I do love some trap soul though, good R&B drill. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's just not what I want to. I don't want everyone to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely want different styles of R&B, and I feel like for a while people just weren't pushing their voices the same way. So it's nice to hear people like actually singing and focusing on singing and being great vocalists as well. All right, I Wish You Well, Shinobi. Let us know what you think in the chat. I like this kid, man. He makes good raps. Out of Virginia. His brother is Quajo, and they make a lot of great music together.
Look, we went our separate ways. That don't mean I don't respect you. My actions had some consequences. Sorry they affect you. My mind's been tripping though. It pains to know that I upset you. The truth was I was learning. This is some raps music right now. Some emo raps.
Shinobi, SH1NOB1 on Instagram. Let us know what you think in the chat. I really fuck with this kid, man. He makes great music.
Everything to me that we had something special. My tears and pillows let it all out like I'm in the restroom. Quiet cries, chest is tight, my pride fight with the stress do.
I love the way the vocals feel on this one. Super vulnerable.
Confidential. It affects more than the mind.
Kyle Flow says Breon Bliss. Smooth says Dolpy.
Girl, I wish you well.
It's funny, actually. This kind of reminds me of Dave in some ways as well. Maybe just the song topic.
Really do wish you could see things from my side, but I wish you well. Yeah, I wish you well. Look, said I felt disconnected. I ain't say I didn't care.
No, you're okay, bro. Don't apologize for washing dishes.
You You asked me, Daryl, do you love me? Said I didn't know. Not cause I didn't.
I always love songs like this. I love it when Dave does it. I love it when like American rappers do. I just anyone who's down to be like more vulnerable, I think, on a hip hop song and do it in a way that's not super toxic is like always nice and refreshing to hear. So
I just move with introspection. I see the narratives forming. I don't try to correct it. Every villain in
it's just real vulnerability. You know what I mean? It's like
that's the role I play.
I like to hear that.
At this point, I accept it. I won't wrestle with perception.
And I think a lot of people can really connect to songs like this too, because it's like situations they've been through as well. We got a relatively long queue, but we do free skips every 5 paid skip, and then we have paid skips as well if you want to do it, which are like relatively cheap. It's the main music anyway. Shinobi says I love vulnerable music. John says this is hella dope. Breon says that part. I mean, look, isn't that the point? You know what I mean? Like the fun shit is all good and well. But at the end of the day, I feel like for a lot of creatives, a lot of people writing music and making music, the whole point is that you're trying to like, one, write things that people connect to, and two, write songs that mean something to you. I feel like that is what songs like this and this song specifically do really well, is kind of create that personal connection with artist and fan. You know what I mean? Like it's the stuff you listen to when you need a song like that, and then you're always connected to. Brown Bliss is the bigger man music, trademarking it. That's smart. I lost track of how many skips I have. I know you could definitely have some. Check the rhyme. Whenever you're ready to start turning in skips, bro, you got about probably like 30 of them that you can use, in all honesty. I think it just renewed you to 34 months of being a Twitch sub. So you absolutely have some in the tuck. That was Shinobi. Wish you well. SH1NOB1 on Instagram. Make sure you follow. We've got Spaceman, sorry. Up next with Vita Mia with Zach Yvette, or Yvette. This finished the final mix for my second single of the year. Will be first of many more pop-ish dance singles for the year that will accumulate into a compilation album of the same vibe, and this is the title track, Vita Mia. Let us know. We're going to get in some dance music right now. Check the rhyme says I'm debuting my album on the stream. You can. You could. We're all here for it. I agree with you, Brayon. If you guys are in the chat and you want to tell your friends to come hang out with us, you can do that also. All right, get ready to dance a little bit. I'm not going to be dancing because I am extremely sleepy. It's been a long 10 days. But just know I'm dancing on the inside. Oh. I'm excited for this drop. Spaceman's been really good. Definitely leaning a little bit more like drum and bass, UK garage kind of pacing. But curious to see this one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, it's got me bouncing a little bit. Let us know what you think in the chat. Great sound design. Vocals actually sitting exactly where they need to sit for like a dance song like this. Check the rhyme says nice drop. I like a good drop that doesn't make me jump scare. This is very easy listening for sure. You're in the car, this comes on shuffle, it's staying on. I like that about this producer, I will say. Hello Spaceman on Instagram. He does make some really great music. Shinobi says this is such a vibe. Sounds very FIFA-esque. I could see that for sure. So this shit on Netflix, montage scene, and folks would eat it up. You're not wrong. Spaceman here. Yo, I like this, bro. Great job. Ooh. I like the way that the second drop kind of developed a little bit more too. Coming of age type song. Yeah, this needs to go on an A24 coming of age film or TV show. An HBO Max TV show. This one sounds great, man. You did a great job. This might be one of my favorite ones that I've heard from you so far. It feels like maybe the most polished commercial sound. Trin, what's going on? Welcome back to the chat. Man, you can put this one on repeat. When is this dropping, says Shinobi? When is it dropping, Spaceman? Let us know in the chat. It's called Vita Mia with Zach Yvette. Yeah, my head, same. Just absolute immediate head nodding. I love the way that felt. Great sound design, great production, great arrangement. The vocals sat in a great place. Hello Spaceman on Instagram, SPCMN. He is in the YouTube chat, but it should pop up for you guys on screen if he does put the link in there. Ooh. Ooh. It doesn't say when it's coming out yet. It just says that it's coming out soon. It's the second single, not the first single. All right, come back to me, Valentina Valet. Up next, let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep moving forwards. Hello, SPCMN. Is this AI music? Before we get into it. No, it does. It's not AI music, I don't think. Is it? I write stuff 18 plus. Minus do not DNI, you will be blocked. Huh? Oh. Oh. I do have a sneaky suspicion that there is AI involved in the creation of this. Zero AI. Recorded in the studio, that's me. I'm a dark romance author, so secret identity. Okay. Alright, the artist is saying no AI. Zero AI. They're in the chat on TikTok. I'm kind of not mad at it. But you swear none? Producers of Ricky and Ryan, touring musicians and producers. No, I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious for sure. It's like it's hard to tell these days with the anonymity. But the person is in the chat. He's giving sources and everything right now, so I'm reading it. The same producers of Ricky and Ryan, touring musicians and producers. Ricky Armelino of the band Ice Nine Kills. Brian Viveros, who tours with Lindsey Sterling. Why the anonymous? Why the secret identity? I think their explanation was because they're a dark romance author. How dark does it get? I'm an attorney. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is the explanation. I'm an attorney. I wrote smut. Very not safe for work. I mean, that's kind of fair. Identities have to stay separate. All right. That does kind of make sense. Professionally, you know what I mean? Tiani Page says that makes sense. This is kind of hard. I'm actually gonna save this in the playlist. All right, my thing here. I would like to hear the vocals cut through a little bit more than they do. This is a thing I say a lot to artists in this genre in general, because I love this kind of like in between like emo, metal, hardcore, screamo like pocket that this sits in. It's the song for book 2 in the series. Okay, cool. My only thing about this is mix wise, it's definitely more of like a modern take on the mix of music from this genre. And I talk about this almost every stream with someone in this genre sends something in. I personally have this thing where like I really love the way the music in this space was mixed in like the early 2000s, because it was a little brighter. It was a little bit less focused on the low end, the kicks, the basses. And I think now there's been this shift, especially in this music, that tends to be a little bit more bass and low end heavy. So if you go back and listen to like, you know, who would I even compare that to? Not Linkin Park, but honestly, like kind of from a production standpoint, it had a little bit of a Linkin Park kind of feel to it, so maybe I'd use them as a mixed reference. But you'll hear it's because of the time period more than the actual band. Like I know a lot of people don't really fuck with Linkin Park like that, but I think just if I'm thinking about it sonically, it maybe feels like it sits in the same kind of space with the type of instrumentation you're using, the way the vocals are mixed, and so that's probably what I would point to as like, all right, like they're a good example of a band who maybe mix things a little bit brighter than heavy on the low end. And then if you listen to newer stuff, probably by them, you'll probably hear the same thing where it shifts into more of a focus on low end and in the bass and the kicks and drums, as opposed to maybe the crashes and more of those like higher frequency instruments and things like that, with definitely a lot more focus on like the electric guitar and drums. So, I mean, I guess I can see if that is actually a good reference, because maybe it's not. Let's check it out. Numb, potentially.
Don't know what you're expecting.
So you can kind of hear there's more of an emphasis on the electric guitars and on the vocals, and maybe a little bit less on the bass, especially. Maybe it's just the bass. Maybe it's not even the kick. The kicks are still kind of hitting, but maybe more in the bass line itself, right? And so there's just this really good balance. It's close, though. I will say, like, overall, the writing's pretty solid. I do like the production and the arrangement of things. I'm curious to hear more from this artist overall, and I'm glad that it's not AI, because I would have been super disappointed had you been like, no, this is AI music. I am maybe maybe still a little bit suspicious of especially the vocals, just because of the overall feeling of them. I feel like with AI vocals, there's always kind of like a little bit of a tell in the tone of them. But if it's not, I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to trust you. I have the project. I trust you. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word for it. That's it. No more talk of AI. But I'm always a little suspicious these days of everybody, because we do have some people who come in here and try and trick me. And I don't like it. Grown, Roy Rutu. Today, Thursday, Feb 19th is my birthday. I've never done an official birthday release, so it only felt right to drop something fresh. Let us know what you think in the chat. But great job. Seriously, great job. I would love to hear more. Keep making music, too. If it's not something you do frequently, writing definitely translates. And you have a good voice. All right, Roy Rutu. Okay, grown.
Make a wish.
Let us know what you think in the chat. Marius Lux, what's up?
Okay. Used to want to stash so I could tickle James.
I love Roy Rutu, bro.
But okay. Used to want to stallion just to tell my best friends my life is wild, but okay.
This is awesome. I like this already.
We got some wheels, mama. It's 91, but it's some wheels, mama.
When's it dropping? Roy. Feb 19th. His birthday. If you're with us on TikTok, if you want to submit, it's nero.fan/KayvanMD to submit for free. Feb 19th, his birthday. This is a perfect one. So I'm going to be dropping a playlist for songs that have not come out yet. It's going to be like, I haven't decided on the name yet, but I think it's going to be called like Early Listen or something like that. That's what I'm doing with High Note. So you guys will have seen me post about the High Note thing recently. That's what we're going to be doing with High Note. We're going to be doing a early listen, pre-release playlist. So for songs that are demos that are just in a really good place. So you can send those in. I'll be leaving notes on those on High Note as well, but it'll mostly be positive things that I just really like, less feedback. But, boom. Keep your eyes open for that. Love the way this is feeling, though. 1 minute 37, easy to listen to, great mix on it, great vocal delivery. Like I said, I've been a fan of Roy's for a little bit now. I've been enjoying a lot of the stuff he's been putting out. It all feels like in that like alternative hip hop, but it almost leans pop at times as well, kind of lane. I just like that it's diverse. You know what I mean? He gets into these different bags and these different pockets. But this one for me is just a really easy, fun listen. Great playlist as always. Me? Oh, thank you, man. I'm excited. That one's going to be cool. I've never done a playlist of things that aren't released yet. So it's going to be like I think it's going to be a cool way to kind of open it up to artists who maybe don't release all the time either or haven't put any music out yet. So I'm excited. I was trying to figure out a way that we could do that partnership and still make it cool. Do I accept AI music? I will, but I'll just be like kind of harsh about it. And the context I think is really important on the AI music front too. I don't like someone to turn it in and not tell me what it is. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to send in AI music, Just tell me that it is that. This is another world premiere. That's actually kind of tight. Check the rhyme. I've been trying to come up with the name for it because I'm just like not sure what I want to call it. But that is actually quite good. I might steal that potentially. I'll let you know if I do. What's your take on AI for music? Have you had anyone in your community with physical disabilities that don't allow them to make physical music? No, I haven't. And I do actually think that's not a bad use case for it. I probably would be much less mad about that if somebody came in here and they were like, hey, I physically can't sing because I don't, I like maybe I've no, my vocal cords are damaged or things like that. Like, I wouldn't be mad about that. I think AI usage for disability circumstances is maybe great. And a really, really cool way to help people who need help express themselves. What we have had for the most part in here, and what I'm not as much of a fan of, is people that are sending in like songs under the guise of, hey, I did all of this myself, and then turning around being like, oh, actually, I did this with AI and I wrote prompts, and there's not really a reason that they have that's like a good reason. It's just like they just felt like doing it, or like, generally the AI music that we've gotten in here I've not enjoyed, and it's not been particularly good. And when it was good, they pretended like they had done everything themselves. And I was like, damn, that is annoying as fuck. Like, why would you not just tell me? I want to know what it is. People definitely don't use it ethically, and I think that's the problem. Actually, yeah, like my big take on it is that we need more... There just needs to be more regulation and more transparency on what is actually being made with AI and how it's being used and what it's being trained on and that kind of stuff. Like, to me, that's really where we're failing, I think, artists, is like the lack of there being any like groundwork to protect human creators kind of built in yet. That's probably my big thing. Like, to be honest, I think if we can kind of figure out a way to make it like usable, because it like as well, like, I'll have people be like, oh, well, like I've talked to this producer and they use it all the time, or I've talked to this songwriter, they use it all the time, and like that's kind of whack. Like, if you have the ability to not use it to like write something from scratch for you, I'm not really as mad about it being like there for like brainstorming or ideating. Like, I use it for ideating more than anything, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, exactly, like I've heard people sell their AI songs to bigger artists. Like, that's kind of whack, because like you can just fucking... Like, why not just learn how to do it? You know what I mean? I think that's maybe my big issue, is like, if you have the ability and the time and the effort to learn how to make music, why wouldn't you just take that time and effort and put it into like learning how to do it? It's not that hard at the end of the day. Like, we're really not doing like rocket science. Like, if you can hear music and know how to, and like sing on tune, or like, you know what I mean? Like, understand how a tune goes together, like, you could do it. It's just a matter of learning how to use the things. And I think like I'd much rather see people put their time and effort into actually figuring out how to do it from scratch. As a lifelong musician myself, like, obviously I have like a bit of a chip on my shoulder of like, yo, like I spent like literally like 20 years of my life learning instruments and learning how to produce and writing songs that were dog shit to then write a song that was great. Or like, yeah, a lot of using AI, take 100%. Sync is a great use case where it's terrible. Like, I would love to not see it used to take opportunities away from real humans who are doing this. You know what I mean? All right, hold on, let me catch up with the chat really quickly. Do I take submits from Discord? No. You have to submit a Nero. Please use that link in the chat. The Seed Dance 2.0 movie making AI is dangerous as fuck. I don't know if he's still... Yes, it is crazy. I don't love that. If an artist can send their song to make thousands of dollars for credits, that sounds amazing to me. It's a way to make money. It does something with your creativity, especially if this songwriter uses AI for production. Yeah and no. Like, I don't know if I agree with that either, because then it's like, it's still taking jobs away from like human producers who have spent a lot of time and effort investing in their art and figuring out how to do it, and it is hard to do. Like, I'm saying it's easy. It's like easy to learn how to do. It's hard to get good at. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, yeah, if someone's using AI to produce the music, like that production has still been trained off of models that have probably been taught by humans and human creativity. So I think at the same time, it's still kind of the same issue, which is why I'm not a huge fan of AI music, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it's not something that I would personally do, but like, let's say, you know what I mean? I think it's just like, it's just like fucking at the end of the day, like, how would you feel if like an AI was taking a human job of anything else? Like, if you don't have an issue with it, you're probably not gonna have an issue with it. If you do have an issue with it, you're gonna have an issue with it the whole time. But then wouldn't that be a worse look for the artist that buys it rather than the songwriters that only use AI for production just to try and sell the song, even if it's just a songwriting? I mean, yeah and no, because I mean, are you like disclosing to the artist, like in theory in this situation, like are you being like, hey, like I used AI to produce this, and are they just accepting it the way it is, or? Because I think it's like kind of on everybody. Like at the same time, like you could just write a lyric sheet and go to a producer and be like, hey, can you produce this way? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it's cheaper for everybody. So I'm sure like from like a purely capitalistic standpoint, the label is probably going to be like, oh, that's one less rights holder that we need to clear with and pay out. Yeah, but it's not really efficiency. You know what I mean? Like you could efficiently get in with a producer, but like that's worse for the bottom line for everybody. So like, yeah, like I do get what you're saying, but I think at the same time, it's still a conversation of like, well, ethically, like labels will feed into anything that will cost them less money. If they could AI a whole fucking song, they probably do it. You know what I mean? That's probably the thing. Like at the end of the day, they're not really gonna give a shit if their rights holders aren't complaining about it, and if there's not rights holders to complain about it in the first place. Yeah, I'm sure that would be much more efficient. You know what I mean? I'm sure they will. I am sure they will. I'm just saying it's not great for human creativity or for artists or producers. Like at the end of the day, like is AI gonna actually push music forward and invent something that's never been done before, or is it just going to pull from things that have already been done, further dilute the quality of music and production, and then, boop, not great. There's plenty of examples of people learning the shit. If you can't network with your homies and learn the shit yourself, you don't deserve to make money off of AI prompts. Yeah, I would agree with that too. Like, I think it's like, artists who truly care about creating stress will stand out at the end of the day. I don't think AI will. I don't think it'll ever take over 100%, but I think it's like, that's why the shitty part is that it's going to dilute the quality and low-key, honestly, just devalue the art. Like, all the people who complain about not making money in music now, like, you're not going to make more money because the AI gets used more. You're going to make less money overall because it's going to bring the entire pricing of everything down. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the only reason that certain things cost a certain amount, people ask for a certain percentage now, is because that's industry standard. As soon as the industry standard shifts and becomes cheaper or less or valued less or worth less, it's gonna be worth less. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, Connie, I'm gonna play the song right now. I feel like at the end of the day, it's giving organic artists their own shine. Yes and no. I don't know. It's like look, there's a lot of gray area in this conversation, but same as AI ads. Yeah, it's just problem is more than how good it is, also who benefits from it, who loses it. Yeah, it's also bad for the fucking environment. I said this last time too. I'm actually probably most mad about the environmental aspect of it. Not everyone needs to make music, and the AI fucking thing just allows more people to make it, which at the same time is also killing our planet the more that people do it. So like encouraging more people to do it is probably a bad thing for the planet we live on, period. Connie Rose is in Kondraki Afloat. I love the sample on this one already. It's just a very nuanced conversation. There's so much context to it. People don't care about... I care about that. That shit is terrible too. Humans are bad for the environment. Period. That's a whole other conversation though. I could talk about that all day. I love the video on this one a lot. I do think that the flow needs a little bit of work just to really get in the pocket. I like the idea. No, we all do bad, but I think for me, maybe it's like, you know, we only have one planet. That is something I worry about. I mean, it's literally... This is a crazy... I'm gonna tell you guys a crazy thing in a second that I just learned recently. Yeah, don't let the AI slop distract you from the fact the song is flames. It is good, I like this. For me, it's a little bit hard rhythmically to get into delivery style-wise. There is things I really like about it. There's also things about it that I wish there was a little bit more of a more of like a rhythmic through line. That's what I would call it. But like this kind of consistent rhythmic element to it that I feel like we maybe lack a little bit. But the video is awesome. Beat's good, video's good. Song overall is good, but I do think flow-wise, that's maybe where you lose me at times. I fuck with how the production complements the vocals. Sick video for sure, says Callie. There's a lot of positives to this one. To me, rhythmically, flow-wise, that's maybe where it loses me a little bit. But I can be very picky about a more abstract kind of sound and flow in general. This is not just a you thing. Great shit. Connie Rose is on Instagram. Like I said, I have enjoyed stuff we've listened to before. I did enjoy vocals, tonally, that kind of stuff, but I think rhythmically is maybe where I struggle with it a little bit more. I think it's just finding the right pocket to be in, you know what I mean? Like just with maybe a little bit more of a bounce to it, a little bit more consistency to it. I think because there's so much happening rhythmically there, it's hard to get into as much of like a head nod kind of rhythm flow. That's maybe the only thing that stands out to me on it. Cinematography is amazing. At least on the maybe things that could improve. I think on the positive side, it's like the video is amazing. I think you look great on camera. I think your vocals sounded really good overall. I thought the beat choice was great. So there's a lot of positives there, but I think for me, it's just maybe that rhythmic kind of feel to it that I was lacking a little bit, that I would have loved to hear just a little bit more consistency through. All right, where are we at? What was the last free skip we did? Was... I think it was... Did we do a free skip? We did, right? Valentina Valle, I think it was. No, did we not do a free skip? Am I... Did I forget? No, it was Brianna Knight. No, we did, right? Fuck it, we'll just keep going. Let's just keep going. Lust for Love, Brown Bliss. Ignore me. I'm tired, guys. I'm still on West Coast time. My shit's like... I'm not gonna make excuses. Brianna was the free skip, right? Okay. Alright, Brown Bliss, Lust for Love. If you love R&B, stand up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, Brayon. Come on. Saving it. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, you got a delay on this as well. It is way more organized. It's so much easier. Shout out to the Nero team. Check the rhymes as hops up on my chair, turns my swag on. Great runs on this. Probably the most polished one that I've heard from you, I feel like, so far. Fun fact, I used to work with Nilay. I'll exchange my time in return for your trust if you want me to. For you to see every side of the truth. Oh, I was going to tell you guys something else, too, about the environment. And history. Where there's no skies, no limits, just a lust for love. Which are you more afraid of? Yeah, we were. I mean, obviously still there, but Nilay was for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we ever worked in the office together. We might have just been on Zoom and stuff. I can't remember if she started in the pandemic or right before. Okay, this one's really great. The one note that I do have, and this is like such a little picky thing, background vocals with the delay are a little bit loud. I think it's the delay that's maybe boosting the volume a little bit. You could bring that down a touch. Oh, I didn't know she could sing like this. Damn. What are her socials? Oh. You know I die how you whisper my name. You know that I want. You guys sound great together. Think I've made that clear. But if I adored you, would you take off scared if there's a spot? You know I'll be the one to find it every time. So don't hide. Woo! Okay, absolutely killed that. Femboy Lady Pants. Brayon Bliss. Good feel of not getting too monotone with the melody. I agree, Steve-O. Not really many varied notes. My only thing here is just that volume on the delay specifically. It's either the delay or the background vocal, one of the two. There is one backing vocal that has just a little bit too much volume, I think. The kind of... It hits a little harsh when it comes in. That's really the only thing that I've heard throughout. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. We put it in the... I think we put it in the New Music Who This playlist this week already, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we did. Boom, right there. But we'll put it in the songs we found on live stream playlist as well. I really like that one a lot. Breon Bliss. Great job, man. Seriously. You guys did an amazing job on that. Great chemistry between the two of you. Both vocalists sounded great. Both great performance. Both great tone. Just the right melodic choices and the stacking and the back and forth. Really stood out to me. My only note is I want to hear more melodic ideas. Really, that's it, says Steve-O. Hard to see you. Zelx up next. We'll do another free skip after this one. Let us know what you think in the chat. What's this queue looking like? We got 2 more paid skips. Solid. If there's anybody in the chat who wants to submit and hasn't yet, there's the link in the chat. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions as well. $5 for regular, $10 for super skip. Both guarantee you get played today. Zelx, let's go. Asia, we did not play it yet.
I wanna see your body right here.
I'm loving that we're getting a little bit more of an R&B leaning show today. Hey. I was thinking about adding a weekend stream for a little bit. What do you guys think if I was to add a stream on like Saturday or Sunday? Maybe with a guest.
Girl, you too sweet like Fanta, sweet like 5-star premium. I'm just trying to score like I'm killing. That lipstick on
Wait, Zell, this is tough too, man.
Like a souvenir.
Pull back on the delay a little bit, just ever so slightly.
Like what's happening? Because you make it hard to see. I wanna see your body right here.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do guests for a while. I just haven't figured out how to bring them on yet.
So I'ma pick you up.
Official Zelx on Instagram.
Sometimes it seems irrational.
Especially on the S's. You know what? It might just be de-essing on the plosives a little bit more.
The maximum start that foreplay in 3.
Hey. Are you talking about Breon right now, or are you talking about this one? Wait, this shit is so tough, bro. I like this a lot. Steve says I like this a lot, too. Check the Ryan wants to hear about this one also. I thought I was going to say, you know Breon stuff, bro. Wait, I really like this a lot. When is this dropping, Zell?
I wanna see your body right here.
Nobody
else does it right, babe. Are you feeling the vibe, babe? So I'ma pick you up, drop the location. Sometimes it seems irrational the way you got a hold on me.
Comes out next month. Ten says I haven't been in a minute. You stream when I'm at work. I know. That's why I'm thinking about adding one of those weekend streams. Hey. This one feels very, very good. I'm super into this. Really no feedback outside of just that reverb delay being like a little harsh at times, but I think it's more the S's that I'm hearing kind of hit a little harsh. You could probably EQ that a little bit, and if not, try de-essing. I think that's really it. I think the it's maybe not too much reverb delay, but when it's hitting, it's making those S's feel a little harsher. So maybe just keep an ear out for that. Socials were official Zelx on Instagram. ZELX. Really, really tough, man. I like that a lot. All right, let's spin the wheel. Who's it gonna be? San Crago. Alted. All right, what's up with this one? Norwegian. Perhaps. I mean, I don't speak Norwegian, but this does feel pretty good. I wish I had some sort of socials for this. This George Clooney edit thing here is hilarious. Let us know what you think in the chat. Why is this tough? And why can't I find his socials? Screen looks blurry. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I am just sharing a browser window. I don't know how to change that, to be fair. Vocal inflections are hard. Melody choices are hard. I gotta find this artist, man. San Krygo. If anybody in the chat can find him on socials before me, please feel free. It actually sounds great. Do we think it's this guy? Krago mode? I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds fire. Yeah, facts. We might never find this artist, for real. Why is this so tough? Who sent this in? Kid Laura's mad as fuck he ain't made this. Literally. Wait, I really like this a lot. Do we think it's this guy? I'm not convinced it's this guy. Wow, I really like this a lot. What the fuck? Try Palmer 1-1. The song? Marius Lux, is this you? Marius, do you know this dude's social media? Can you send us his Instagram? I really fuck with this. I like this a lot. Both of these songs. Somebody please point me in the direction of this artist's social media. I need to go follow. I like this. Oh! Well, I found his real name. Marcus Reynolds. Let's do some sleuthing. Let's do some sleuthing right now. Duhan says I can't understand what he's saying, but the vibe is there 100%. Is it this guy? No way. Is it this guy? Marcus Reynolds is such like a, it could be anyone's fucking name. Shit. We'll never know. We'll never know, but it was good. Let's get back into your music. Duhan up next. This is Ether. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, Duhan.
Yeah.
It was clean as fuck. I liked that. We got some raps from Duhan, yeah.
Okay.
Out of California.
He bound me.
Who the fuck is testing me? Disrespectfully, I've been out of luck. Guess my gut ain't the best for me. Greened out, I ain't talking pocket change. I'm a system to the struggle like the dope inside the vein. Same game, just a different player. Trying to press me on the block, there's a different layer. I don't have the time, I need a spot when I'm circling the corner, not a burner.
It depends what you're looking for, Trin. What are you looking for from a distributor? I can answer that question based on kind of what you're looking for.
Because we in the ether. Peace is not an option when you trying to take
Wait, okay, this is kind of tough. I do wish the vocals were a little bit louder.
Sacrifice your life, not a Judas, be a Peter. Quit the drama, be a
I do think your vocal delivery is really good. Rhythmically, it's good. Steve said you gotta send this to Madden / NBA 2K ASAP.
I'm trying to break the meter.
I could hear it on the 2K soundtrack for sure.
Niggas 'cause we dreamers.
This is actually pretty solid. I think for me, vocals could come up a little bit more. That's really about it. The official Duhan on Instagram.
You either proving or piecing up what you could have been. You either brewing or excusing to another sin. So stop the line, you carving another.
Good inflections on the voice. Like you're using your voice in a really good way, right? Those little details are good.
Searching for anomalies, not in your vocabulary. You isn't Socrates.
Good use of ad-libs as well.
People panic, going insane. I just need a buck, Brandon Jennings when I'm in.
I do think the sub could come down a touch in this mix overall.
I'ma dust the shoulders, hit the gas on the highway. Determine what my mind say. I just think it's so fucked up cause we living in the ether. Peace is not an option when you're trying to take a breather.
I swear DistroKid raises prices every year. Yeah, they're also possibly about to sell to someone. There was posts and news about them looking for someone to sell to recently. So just keep an eye out to that too. There is a chance that DistroKid potentially gets acquired by a major in the next couple of months. That's not a secret. That is out there. It is a conversation that's happening on social media as well. He sounds like Ajna a little says Steve Papa. I hear that a little bit less. I would say the thing that I don't hear from Ajna though, that I think Duhan does really well here is actually just like vocal inflections specifically and playing with his voice a little bit more. Those moments where he jumps up an octave and it gets into that higher register and just the way that he's playing with his vocal, I think is something that you don't really hear Ajna do as much. But I hear what you're saying. It's definitely got that West Coast feel to it. It's got that bounce to it. I actually think that was like just a really playful kind of sound overall vocally. And I think he did a really great job of that specifically, right? Like that's something I like to hear rappers do personally because I think it makes it really interesting to listen to them over listening to a bunch of that music. But just it's those little details that I think people hooked in and stop it from feeling repetitive at any point. And I think he did a really, really great job of that. The official Duhan on Instagram, really not much feedback. I think if anything, it's probably around the mix on the vocals and the balance there and just making sure that the lead vocal kind of stands out as that main focal point for listeners. I am Zelly Pegasus. New song just released. Video is shot, directed, and performed by me. Co-shot by my homie Hector. Beat produced by Shy. Let us know what you think in the chat. Zelly always comes through with the clean ass visuals, man. You're welcome, Duhan. Thank you for sending it in. Please feel free to send more too. Zelly's so creative, bro. Every time I see a Zelly video, I'm impressed. Let us know what you think in the chat, but beautiful work. All right, if we don't have any paid skips left, we'll get into some free skips. But if you are in the chat and you still want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today, you can do a paid skip if you want to. It's up to you. Beautiful shots, as always, man.
And I don't give a fuck about the bitches, cars and the clothes or the mentions. I just want that money as a pension. No more stressing over this shit, that shit.
Super fire visuals.
And I don't even rap for applause.
It's cool, the use of black and white and color as well, just the contrast between both. The costume work, but then the actual composition of the shots, so good. This actually reminds me of the Cole video, where he's in the back of the pickup truck and it's just driving through the countryside. It gives that same type of energy.
Clip wings catching fire, I was meant to flow. Out of body when I blinked, all that shit was gone. The peace
I think Zelly's from Louisville too, right? So this is Louisville in the background. Let us know what you think in the chat, but I really like this one a lot. Actually gonna go find this on streaming right now and playlist it as well.
I spent my last check on them cold hearts. And niggas just taking get nothing from it.
This is awesome, dude. I like this a lot. Great job.
I took my heart on my sleeve cause my boundaries is weak. Now they claiming that I'm fake cause I don't
Feb 15th. We'll put this in the new music who this playlist for this weekend as well. Tiny says I was just thinking that. Yeah, it's Gio yet again. Gio, what's up, bro? So he just needs to drop more music. The music is there, and I think the visuals are already social friendly. He could be sliced into multiple videos. He's already damn good. I agree, man. I'm a big Zelly fan. I've said this with really every single Zelly video we've watched so far. They're all really impressive. They're all really well done. Creatively, it stands out. Like, the color gradings are amazing. The shots and the composition is really amazing too. Consistency is expensive. That is also very, very much true. Check the Rhyme says he's added it to his new releases playlist as well. Shout out to Check the Rhyme, another amazing curator who's in the chat with us here as well. Gio, how are you, man? How's everything going? Okay, we got a couple more paid skips to get through right now. About You featuring Joey Fats by Logan up next. Based in London, featuring Joey Fats from LA, produced and mixed by myself. Let's check it out, man. I do enjoy Logan. We listened to another Logan song not too long ago, which I've seen also taking the Nero ecosystem by storm. Which one was yours? Check the Rhyme. What's the artist name? I'll bump it up. Philharmonic? I got you. I got you, bro. Don't worry. I got you. You put it in the chat. I missed it. Logan did that on Instagram, man. Hey, bro. You've been taking the Nero ecosystem by storm. I've seen it. People really fuck with that first song you sent over, which I also loved. That Zelly song did drop yesterday, yes. Logan, how old are you, bro? I remember saying somebody said something about you being like 38 or something on a stream. This is such a youthful sound, though. 37, man. Just proof that music and age, two separate things, man. You make great music no matter what age you are. Never give up on the dream. This is great, bro. An objectively good song, well written, good hook. Great details in it. Oh, I guess let me share with both of you. Logan did that. LOGXN did that for this song. For those in the chat, Very Ty $ ask right here says Steve Papa. Check the Rhyme 1 for Check the Rhyme in the chat. Them Hughes for Steve-O. Need a new mic and I'm about to start making content consistently, but work can get in the way. Nah, I feel you, bro. Check it out. Get one of these, man. Because then you can use your mic without needing an interface for your computer. I just got one of these recently, and it's worth it. It's literally just a Shure XLR to USB-C, so you can plug this straight into your phone. It's like a little expensive, but it actually eradicates a lot of the complicated aspects. Yeah, just for everybody who's wondering what it is. Steven said, Logan, this is really fucking good.
Maybe we can take trips to the tropics for real. Doing our shit for the ones who had died it for real.
Hey man, this sounds great.
Don't worry about shit, girl. You're
welcome. Maybe I should put that on my. I have an affiliate code. Hold on. Hold on.
At the top, girl, get a little lonely. All of this stake to myself, they mistaken my wealth. I've been doing this shit.
I gotta update my affiliate page on Amazon, bro.
My bitch, she gon' kill me. She read all these texts.
Who produced this song? Logan produced this song, I believe. Self-produced. LOGXN did that on Instagram.
No, I'm creeping 2 C's on your purse. No, the difference really got it.
He's sick, dude. This guy's out of London.
But they fake and they got their nerve. Big body might hit that curve.
Alright, this is not really like big feedback. Joey Fats really gave you a long ass verse. That's maybe the only thing I will say. It was like maybe his verse was like a little bit longer than it needed to be for me. Personally, I know that's like the sticky, like the most like picky, stickler shit ever. If I had anything to say about this song, it would probably be that Joey Fats gave you like a bit of a long verse. Okay, so here's the other thing about this connector. You can actually, your headphone plugs directly into the interface, so it literally is an interface. The only thing you can't do is control your volume or gain on the interface itself, but you can do that inside of your iPad or on your phone. So it's look, like it's kind of the perfect piece of equipment for demoing and also for content as well. It'll allow you to plug your SM7B or whatever mic you're using to record directly into your phone and record audio directly into your phone too. This was the other Logan song that not only I loved, but basically every other music streamer who's heard it also loved. This one is still stuck in my head. It ended up in my best songs of 2025 from live stream very, very easily. So this is why, if you haven't checked out Logan, you gotta check him out. Super, super, super underrated artist, without a doubt. This one's so good. It's so good, bro. This song gives me chills every time it comes on. It's so good, bro. It's so good. On your side, no, me. Another time to put it all on me. It's so good. Nah, you're welcome, bro. I really love this. You did amazing work. This song is next level. He does everything right in this song. Like, we're a minute 45 in, I'm not gonna change it. I was gonna only play like a second of it, but honestly, every time the song comes on, I have to listen to the entire thing. Trying to make shit sweet for the family, though. No. I'll always be by your side. You can put it all on me. Another time, put it all on me. Chills. It's like the choir, but the melody choice. Like, it's like those two things together, man. It's like the perfect vocal arrangement. I love it. It's inspiring. It's hopeful. Steve-O said AI can't create a story like this. That's a fact. That is a fact. LOGXN, Logan did that. That song is called On Me as well. You absolutely need to go listen to that one. Go save it. I was going to say Kayvan doesn't long play anything. I don't. But that one, it's in my best of last year for a reason. It'll probably be in my rotation. Anytime it comes on, it gets left on. The Philharmonic, Home. This dude's also sick, bro. He did a Tiny Desk, right? I feel like his Tiny Desk was like absolutely unbelievable. He got a back-to-back play as a fact. I like the Philharmonic a lot too. Shout out to Check the Rhyme for sending this in. It's just some real ass fucking music, bro. He's so good, bro. I'm a Philharmonic fan for sure. Just like the whole thing, composition, like all of it, it's next level. Let us know what you think in the chat, but woo. Sure reminds me of Phil Collins in the production. This is what I imagine a song that was like low-key if John Legend and Phil Collins made a song together. Phil Collins purely on production, John Legend on the vocals. Sick. No, you're next level. His Tiny Desk was unbelievable. This one's straight in the playlist as well. Thumbs up. Subscribe on YouTube. We're gonna do all of it. Yeah, absolutely perfect production. I think maybe what I like about this even more is just how simple the video is too. It's not overcomplicated. Also from Sacramento, he does have a great vocalist. Honestly, Loki reminds me of Childish Gambino too on Awaken My Love. It's just got that kind of feel to it, man. Oof.
Always there. Please come home. I've been waiting for you for.
Igwe might be the face of it right now, but he ain't the only one. Yeah, there's a lot of really talented artists in Sacramento, man. TT's I came here to post all the big ass kids players clap. Yes, I'm here. I'm live. Cosmos is fire. Oh! He hit that shit. Twice. Now that's real music. Absolutely beautiful work from the Philharmonic. At the Philharmonic with a K. Phil Harmonic with a K. He always hits that note like consistent pitch too, like ugh, yes. And he did do a Tiny Desk, which if you haven't seen, you should go watch. His Tiny Desk was fantastic. It's actually one of the ones that I watched all the way through as well.
My mom's coverage. When she said get a real job, I probably should have listened. Finances taking a hit. I should go back to college. Rack up 6 figures in debt. For a job I might not even
Yeah, he won the 2024 contest.
The point of degrees. If I'ma end up on the street or working for Mickey D's, that's that bullshit I don't need.
I'm not surprised he won the contest, to be fair.
The other option on my mind.
It's okay. What's even better about this artist, it's something that I love when singers can do this, but that switch between vocal tones, right? He went from that kind of staccato animated tone into this super choral, like this beautiful, soft, warm tone. Almost gospel inspired. Exactly, Gio.
I don't think I have enough.
Like he's hitting all of this, you know what I mean? So emotive in the actual vocal performance. The best is like, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but for me, one of the best like vocalists to deliver ever. Like if you go back to Sly and the Family Stone, right? Like bro just had like the most incredible vocal delivery. I think that's one of the things that people really remember them for the most. Not that the music wasn't amazing, but like if you listen to like If You Want Me to Stay, right? Like the way he uses his vocals, the way Sly uses his vocals on these tracks, to me has like always been a standout. And I think I hear that same kind of like quality from Philharmonic. Like every time he sings, it's like I just can see him doing things this way and standing out because of his vocal delivery, tone, and just the choices he makes, right? It's those little inflections, again, those little details in the actual performance.
For you to see, I'm about to go, and then you'll know for me to stay. I got to be me.
Damn, I'm gonna get DMCA'd for that, but it was worth it. All right, up next, In and Out of Love by Kamara Ayola. Let us know what you think next. Top 120 greatest song of all time. I was gonna say top 120 is so specific. Why 120? Say me a Sue North End of Tiny Desk who couldn't even be mad. Yeah, you can't be mad about that for sure. Top 20. I love that song. I love that whole album. I have it on vinyl back here. It was one of my first purchases. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. Kamara Ayola up next.
If you could hear
I'm gonna find this vinyl.
right now, then you know what I'm thinking.
I would say John Legend album 1, Ordinary People album, before he got super commercial and lame to listen to. Check the rhyme specifically. I probably should have specified which era of John Legend, when he was still sick. This, man, absolutely, it's one of my favorite vinyls I own. Alright, for me on this one, bass line feels a little off with the other melody and the other melodic elements. And I think when he gets into his more gospel-y sounding tone, check the rhyme, is where I hear that John Legend, because John Legend has that in his first album, really just the first album. I think vocal delivery and performance on this is pretty solid. Writing on this is pretty solid. Production to me is maybe like not the most exciting part of this, specifically around the bass line. I wish this bass line was different. I think this song would hit harder with a different bass line, personally.
You can't tell me all that's going on in your mind. A vibe like this is hard to find.
Like maybe like a little bit more variation needed melodically too, I think.
All night, 'cause I'm tired of falling in and out of love.
Yeah, I think for me on this one, overall, right, I think vocal performance is pretty decent. Vocal mix is pretty decent. Production, the bass line really stands out as something that's just coming in on the wrong note and maybe just accentuating the wrong part of the melody. And then one thing I would like to hear is just a little bit more variation, I think, throughout the song on the vocal melody, especially as you start to get into that second verse. The further you get into the song, you want it to just change up a little bit more, especially at a 3-minute 56 runtime. So I think those are probably the things that stand out to me, but I will say, comparing this to some of the other stuff that we've listened to, there is a bit more of an improvement here. There is growth that I hear. You are still really early on, like you've not released like a ton of music. So definitely just keep going, keep working on it. Steve also, I think the main melodic idea is not the best fit. A lot of two droning when tagging with the bass line. I think it's the bass line more than it is actually like the lead vocal necessarily. Like to me, the bass line, it's just hitting in a weird note, and I think it kind of throws you off. Like you start to get into this feel of the song and then kind of like into it, and then the bass line comes in, it kind of takes you out of the feeling and out of the moment. That's probably the biggest thing for me. She is Kamara. Kamara. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. KIMARAH. But I do want to keep hearing more from you. I think like the thing that I'm hearing is definitely growth and development. And that's going to happen. The more music you write, the more music you record, the more music you put out. All right, we got another one from Logan, PPP featuring Westside Boogie. Oh, let's go. I'm excited to hear you with Westside Boogie. I look, you feel like that might even be a better fit than Joey Fats. Though I like that last one from Logan. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got another one from Zelex up next after this. And then we'll get into some free skips from the chat. So stick around if you want to get bumped up for free. This is his next release. This one comes out next. I wish the vocals were up a little bit more in this, because right now the clap is probably the loudest element that I hear in this one. Great melodic choices again, though. Like overall, really good. Still mixing it. Okay. Make sure the lead vocals that started the show, man. You got a great vocal. Zelex says, sheesh, fire. This is tough, man. Fat Vaughn, what's going on? Number 13 in the listening session. Hopefully we'll get to you very shortly. We're about to do free skips from the chat soon. Check the rhyme was said. I was going to see if there's a filter. Ask if there's a filter on the record, on the vocals. Gio says this is so tough. Bro, I'm a big fan of Logan, man. LOGXN did that. Logan did that. So easy to listen to, so fun to listen to. Love these melodies again, man. Seriously. they're so memorable. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, just, oh, you gotta have catchy melody choices, man. Them shit's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day. I think this is self-produced. You produced this one as well, Logan?
I was hurting, yeah. When demons pulled me off course, gotta realign my spirit, get back in tune with the source.
I'm pretty sure this dude's just doing it on his own. Co-produce this one. This is a good boogie verse too, man. Not that everyone is, not that he doesn't, you know, he's got a lot of good verses, but this actually fits very well. Yeah, this is Logan too. I like that he leaned into the melodic part of his vocals. I think for me, when Westside gets into his melodic bag, that's actually something I really enjoy. And sometimes the like just super rap stuff doesn't really quite do it for me the same way. So good shit. That's a good feature. That's a good fit. So hard, bro. Steven says I really hit Ty Dolla $ign, especially in the melodic choices. Early Ty work had a lot of these variables, but he had that West Coast feel. That's fair. And I mean, that's definitely not a knock at all. Ty Dolla $ign is realistically probably one of the most important R&B, hip-hop, like, crossover artists of, like, the last, like, 15 years. Like, I might not be a huge fan of all of his music, but it's kind of undeniable the impact he's had, like, as a vocalist and as a songwriter on hip-hop hooks, especially. But also just, like, culture as a whole, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of bridged those gaps between R&B, pop, and hip-hop on a lot of songs for a lot of different artists and with a lot of different artists. And he's low-key probably been the go-to feature for a lot of people in that space for, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years, almost, maybe not 15, but definitely at least 10 years, maybe 11 years at this point. So I think Ty Dolla $ign's a great comparison, but also definitely not a knock at all to Logan's quality or skill. That one's called PPP featuring Westside Boogie. When does it drop? Let us know in the chat. Really liked that one a lot. We got Zellex with him, Asia Adam Back to Life, and then we're going to get into some free skips after those, okay? Saying that as a compliment. Was a big fan of Ty when he first came up, and what you're saying is why. Yeah, 100%. I'm not, like, look, I will honestly say, I'm not the biggest fan of all of his music by any means, because there's definitely some Ty Dolla $ign songs where I'm just like, we didn't really need that, or, like, that's not really the one for me, but he is, like, an undeniable artist. As soon as we finish shooting the video, I'm gonna drop it fire. Is Boogie in the video too? Zell and him.
Had to get right this year, damn right, yeah, nigga trying to
Zell, bro.
I knew a couple people on that
Official Zell X.
Only hit me when they need some, like damn, blowing up my phone.
You need 10 years to be any good at all this for real, because Logan's going crazy. He really does have some terrible songs, bro. But that's, look, the output is unmatchable. That man's dropped so much music. I like this artist a lot too. I mean, if you haven't guessed it, I'm a big fan of this hip-hop and R&B combo.
Yeah, bitch, I'm him. Spell it out, H-I-M. Way too trim. Yeah, way too trim. Yeah, bitch, I'm him. Ain't nothing like them. Is it too loud? Afro flow on the cool.
So, where are you from again, bro? I know you're Ghanaian. But where are you based?
Off a shroom high, and I'm headed to the moon. No, they watch anybody. Won't let them spoil my mood. I swear. Okay, top down, tired.
Atlanta.
Rolling, 4K, sundown.
You make great music, bro. I really enjoy your music a lot too.
Like that, dark skin.
Official Zell X.
Like holy.
I'm gonna make more beats like this year.
Way too trim. Way too trim. Yeah, bitch, I'm him. Spill it out, H-I-M. Way too trim. Yeah, way too trim. Yeah, bitch, I'm him.
And again, look, a catchy melody, a catchy hook, good songwriting. It's fun to sing along to. Like, I just like these type of songs are the sweet spot for me. They always have been, they always will be. I love something I can sing along to. I love something that the melody gets stuck in my head by the end of listening to it as well. Official Zellex on Instagram. I think you're making really good music, bro. I'm super excited to hear more from you. And please let me know as you're dropping stuff. For anybody who's in the chat, I say this every week. If you have new releases that are coming out, please put them in the release calendar, because I will listen to those first every week, and they'll go in the new music who this playlist if I like what I hear. It is still curated, so I know some people are like, yo, I sent music in. It doesn't guarantee you'll get in the playlist if you send it in, but it does help you actually get in front of me and get listened to if you do send things in the way that I asked them to be sent in. So please put it in there. Steve said, really like how he enunciates the lines. Very small, but the delivery is so clean and interesting. I agree with that as well. Fat Vaughn, what's up? Welcome to the chat. I saw you did a paid skip. We are going to get to you right after this one from Asia Adam called Back to Life. Let us know what you think in the chat. We've had a really good stream so far today. Lots of great R&B music specifically. A couple really good hip-hop tracks as well. We'll do some free skips after we get through this next one from Fat Vaughn, so stick around, especially if you are here and have been waiting to get played. There is another option for you to get bumped up for free.
Yesterday's out of sight. I'm not going back tonight. Not going back tonight.
Ooh, I like the way this synth swelled in here.
Feeling back to life. A brand new day, I'm proud to say. Now I'm feeling back to life.
This is super unique. I like this. Fat Vaughn, that's the type of energy we like to see in the chat, man. Shout out to you.
Never felt more soothing to find my new beginning. Tonight there's no pretending.
Check the rhyme, says sounds like Nora Jones and Miguel. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting this switch up production wise, but I like that. I do think the mix needs a little bit of work, especially around some of these swelly kind of like big synths in the back. That may be a little too like just big. You know what I mean? They kind of clash with some different elements. There's maybe like a little bit too much air, if that makes sense, like around some of these elements. I really like the ideas a lot. I do think there's elements where you can maybe pull back a little bit on the reverb and delay, just to kind of like give a little bit more space for the vocals to kind of carry, and then also the rhythmic elements to kind of really just give that bounce. I would also maybe even suggest side chaining some of those synths to the drums when they come in, just so things pulse a little bit more, you know? I did save this one in the playlist though, because I really do like the ideas here a lot. And I like the way it switched up into that kind of more dancey vibe as well. Overall, like this one, little mixed notes. I think definitely just mostly around that synth feeling a little messy at times, clashing a little bit with other elements, especially those really airy background vocals that we were getting as well. But overall, really, really enjoyed it. Asia.Adam on Instagram. I like this direction. I'm really interested to hear more from you. But it was a really, really cool song overall. I think that's just what I heard there was just like some little mixed stuff that I think would have helped clean up and just give a little bit more emphasis to the vocal. Don't throw shade. Fat Vaughn. Don't have socials, but I have a website, fatvaughn.com. So you got a website. I can't even be mad about it. But get the socials. Why are you not doing socials, bro? This song you guys are about to hear is not released. Whoa, look at that. I'm going to be dropping... Why'd you lie? You got socials, bro. Oh, you don't. I'm about to have a playlist that I'm dropping for unreleased music soon. So just make sure you go follow me on socials, too. Over there, Kayvan's house. I like this. You'll hear me say this a lot about a lot of music. A little bit too much emphasis on the sub here in the low end. It drowns out a lot of those other elements, especially your lead vocal, right? So I think if you brought down the sub and the kick just a touch, it would give a little bit more emphasis to the lead vocal and some of those other melodic elements like the electric piano, which are really nice elements. A little bit of cleaning up on some of the tuning. Just make sure you're using the right key and scale. I actually quite like this as a song. I'd like to hear more background vocals, harmonies. Reminds me of Thug a little bit at times, but like a softer version of Thug. In a good way. I actually really like this. Definitely get your socials back up though, for real. It's good that you have a website, but definitely get your socials back up. Def Jam 5 in New York cover inspo is crazy. I also clocked that and liked it too. Oh, that's fine. Take a break if you gotta take a break. Totally respect that. This one is not out yet. Okay. It's especially in the no. That tuning right there, there's something off with that run specifically. There's like one extra note in there that doesn't need to be in there, which like, one, you could either cut out and re-record, or two, if you fix the tuning and just remove that note from the notes that it's gonna tune to, especially on auto-tune if you're using that, it'll actually help smooth out that run so you don't have that one little weird like half step note in there that doesn't need to be in there. That's probably the biggest thing that I noticed, outside of the sub and the kick being kind of like just boomy and wide and maybe swallowing up some of those other really nice frequencies and melody choices and vocals. That's maybe what I would say. This might sound crazy, but what I like about Thug is how harsh and upfront the vocals are in the mix. I think doing the same here would be interesting. It feels tucked behind the sub in the sense. I agree with you, Steve-O, 100%. That's really what it was to me on that one too. Like, I actually feel like if you bring the vocals up and they sit in the front, even if they are a little bit more raw and a little bit less processed, like, I actually don't think there'd be anything wrong with that. I do agree that's what I really like about Thug's music as well, especially when he gets into the more melodic sung stuff. But overall, I really did enjoy that. I just think it's those little things. Oh shit, we got Energy featuring Futuristic from Arizona and Pretty Ugly from South Africa. Interesting that you put Futuristic on a song with Pretty Ugly. You're very welcome, Fat Vaughn. I want to hear more. All right, Logan, bro. You're just making your rounds with all the content. These are all the content creating artists as well. It was a good song, I agree. I'm also really interested to hear Futuristic on a song like this. I've listened to a lot of Futuristic in my career and life just because he's been around for a while. I don't know that I've heard him on much stuff that kind of leans a little bit more Afrobeat, honestly. Curious to hear his voice. Even if they don't hit the notes exactly, melodic ideas was very interesting. I agree with Steve-O again. All right, free skip's up next. Let us know your artist name if you're in the chat. We'll put you in the free skip queue. My losses in silence, I didn't have guidance. I will never rush nothing, it's all in God's time. Great vocal, great melodic choices again, bro. Logan, you are very good, dude. Alright, what am I looking for? Trend? Dovey. I mean, you know I love Guno, bro. Dovey. I can't give control to the double around the corner trying to get to me. I might move out Arizona, head to Tennessee. Look, I can't let my past demons eat what I'm presented in the present. Put a bow around my soul, let's get it straight to heaven. Ain't no second guessing, boy, it's in the book. Take a second look for you get cooked out of your biggest I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I don't drop lines if they not backed by the guidelines. Stop it one time, it do not lie. Know what I'm talking about? If you tripping, that don't mean you opposition. That just mean my hand is shut, my door is closed, and you can't visit. Breaking bread gon' keep us fed up at the picnic. If your energy is off, then keep your distance. Could have been worse, for sure. I don't think there's anything particularly like I've heard some poor verses from him, so that one was actually not bad. He actually sounded better on this production than I was expecting. That's so savage and harsh. Let me put you on a game, staying prey to the cheat code. Oh, sorry. Let's go Pretty Ugly, man. I don't know anything about Pretty Ugly. Please know that I'm a fan of trees, how I lead blow, but mess with my peace, then it's free smoke. When weeds grow where your seeds sowed. And the shepherd needs hope. Steve said, honestly, he wasn't really needed. I'd rather hear more of Logan. Greatness divine, just know everything God that yearns patience and time. Never faking a shine. I'm God made by design. I prayed up and I trained while I was waiting in line. I don't disagree with that either. Legendary to pass me, said it to myself, that was telepathy. The best that Dolphy says, this is pretty solid. Everyone did their part in this one. I prefer the Pretty Ugly feature to the Futuristic feature personally, but Logan again, I don't know that you need it. I get why you're doing all these features, but if I'm being honest, I think you're good enough. You don't need all this shit. Like, I do think that you are the standout on this song for me still, which is a great thing. I think that's a great problem to have. You know what I mean? If you're outshining your features, great. Especially if they're more established, quote unquote. You know what I mean? But I don't disagree. I don't know that Futuristic was necessary on this one. I don't know that that would have been my personal first choice. Obviously, I am somewhat biased because I'm just not genuinely like a huge fan of his music overall. Over the years, I've not really been a huge fan of his music. So yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't have somewhat of a bias, having already just listened to so much of it and, you know, not loving it in the past. Oh man, I hope they don't clip this one. I'm not trying to start a beef here. Yeah, I just am genuinely not like the biggest fan musically of his, but I think Pretty Ugly did a really good job, and I think Logan is the biggest. For me, is the best part of this. So I think, you know, all things said, you've done a good job because you're the standout. That's it. Steve will say, yeah, I think getting a Malik English or a Jed Soul would be better for the song, but I get the strategy. I think it's a nice way to sauce the song up, though. If it was on a project, it's still a way to disturb the waters and grab the listener back. Yeah, we've listened to 3 from Logan tonight, which is maybe the other context for this, and all 3 of them have had features. The first one had Joey Fats, and I think Joey Fats' verse felt maybe just a touch long. The second one had Westside Boogie. That was probably my favorite of the 3 from a features perspective, because I think Westside actually kind of like, he didn't just do his own thing on the song. It felt like it made sense to be a part of the song. You know what I mean? And that's maybe why it's the best standout for me, because Westside Boogie actually sounded the best on the overall piece. Like he did tie-ins, he had tiebacks to like the original melody from the chorus. Like there was just things that made it make sense, I think, as a song. If I'm talking about like an A&R, right, and I'm listening to these songs and thinking like, all right, what are the moments that really stand out to me, and what are the strongest of the 3? I think that's why I would say that's probably the strongest of the 3 to me with features. I feel like these other 2 that I've heard, the Joey Fats one almost felt like it was a Logan song that was already finished, and then we added a Joey Fats feature to it, which I guess strategically, but maybe wasn't necessarily what the song needed. Similarly with Energy on this one with Logan, I don't know that we needed Futuristic or Pretty Ugly, if I'm being honest. I think strategically it makes sense from a streaming standpoint, because you'll probably get something off of it algorithmically, especially if they're co-primary artists on it. But at the same time, like, to me, Logan is the standout in all of these situations. So that's maybe why, like as an A&R, I wouldn't necessarily say you needed these people. I don't know that any of these other features outside of the Boogie one really did anything to elevate the record itself and the art itself. But at the same time, strategically, I understand why you got those people on the songs, and they do make sense and they fit. There's nothing really bad about them, nothing that would detract me from listening to it. But yeah, like if I'm being like just hella fucking like honest about it, I'm not the biggest fan of Futuristic. Pretty Ugly, this is my first time hearing him. He sounded pretty good. And Joey Fats also, it sounded okay, but like Logan is the thing that stood out to me. So I think that's the thing I take away from all of this. Steve said being the standout is cool, but will I want to listen to the song again? Only the Boogie feature I want to hear again. And look, that's totally fair too. I think that's the risk you run though with these strategic features sometimes, is like, does it actually make it a better song? And that's probably the thing that I tell all of my management clients as well when we're talking about getting features or co-primaries. That is something I always try and encourage them to think about when they're picking out features, is like, yes, the exposure is good, but also the curation aspect of it and making sure you get the right people to position you in the right way is equally, if not more important, and making sure that you're hitting the right pockets of like, all right, like I always try and balance between like what's cool right now, maybe being a little early and having somebody who's not as big, but then kind of like positioning my artist as like a tastemaker or a curator at the same time, because what they're picking is so ahead of the curve and ahead of the game. So that's the only thing I would say is like, yes, these are good things to have. Yes, they will help with exposure and they will bring you in front of more eyes, which is a good thing. But in the long term, what you want to be thinking about too is how you're positioning yourself as an artist and who you're positioning yourself around, because the way that they're perceived is also kind of how you will be perceived when people look at it from the outside looking in. So just keep those things in mind. Like for me, that's probably why I would lean younger or lean more emerging more often than not on co-primaries or features, because I think you actually get more out of it and there's a little bit more excitement, especially from the DSPs and from curators around those things, as opposed to artists who have maybe been around for a long time, might have this like super incumbent like audience of their own, but aren't necessarily being talked about in the larger space and in the larger sphere of music with excitement, or in circles of being like, yo, this is mad cool. This artist that we listen to is mad cool. Like I maybe even would have suggested like for something like this one, Energy specifically, that was a little bit more Afrobeat leaning. Yeah, I do think a Malik English would have been more exciting, but I like if you have the budget to spend on it, you know what I mean? Like honestly, someone even like a Rema or someone who's getting in that space, obviously that is like at the biggest level, the highest level of it. But like in that kind of vein, it's like, yo, like, think about the people that everyone is talking about right now, because that is the easiest way to get natural and organic coverage. So like even looking at like music curators, right? Looking at their page and just looking at who they're talking about frequently, who they're playlisting frequently. Like that's how I go about trying to get features together, and also like who's getting playlisted, where they're getting playlisted, what am I targeting to get playlisted as well. Those are the things that I kind of like keep in mind when I'm thinking about booking features or co-primaries for artists that I'm working with or songs that I'm working on. Steven said, like, I could see him and Shelby make a great record together, for sure. I'd rather that song-wise and strategic-wise feel like for her fans or fans of that kind of music will like him. That's totally fair. I don't disagree with that either. But I think more than anything, it's the right strategy, it's the right idea, and these songs sound good, but Logan is the standout to me, and that's the biggest thing. All right, Trin, Attention Part 2. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're in our free skips now. We'll do these, and then we'll go hit a raid before I get off. Back on Thursday, so we'll open up submissions for Thursday's stream as well right now while we're here listening to this one. Let us know what you think in the chat. Loud. This one is mastered well, and I'm playlisting it. It's cool. A little bit too much reverb delay. I think you could pull back on that a touch, but overall quite good. Bad romance, too much drama. Got it from her girlfriend's baby mom. Too drunk, I was stripping off a two-step. Who's next? Bring the crew and they new friends. Cool production choices here. You don't wanna do swim. Follow back means more than a new friend. I love stuff in this space always. So baby, what's the loot in the new chest? Blue checks, blue checks. I do think you need to pull back on the reverb on the lead vocal a touch though. To me, that's probably where it gets a little bit messy. Logan, you are very welcome, bro. Shane, what's up? We're just getting towards the end of the stream right now, but I'm opening stream submissions for Thursday. Oops. Other kings and queens came through. Chilling at the lobby doing white folk hobbies. I was posted up with my day ones, not paying you attention. No, I'm not paying you attention. No, I'm not paying you. Take better, knew better. And it's cold weather. Text message and phone calls promising do better. Move at the ocean to wave like I knew never. Keep talking about my peace like you. Shawty got me fucked on the way up tonight. Phone's going off, it's only 9. Just thinking of dropping the songs as solos and then features. I would do that on everything but the West Side Boogie one, Logan. Because then you get 2 out of it. You could drop the deluxe of the project with the remixes. Samaday, what's up? This is cool as fuck. I like this one I like this one a lot too. Blush when you see me on Instagram. Literally biggest feedback. Pull back on the delay just a touch. I think on this lead vocal you don't need it as much as you think you do. This is called Attention Part 2 by Trend. It is loud. It's massive loud, which is nice. Hey, 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 hey. Attention. No, I'm not paying you attention. No, I'm not paying you. Nice. Good work, honestly. I like that one. Eminado, Guno up next. I like this artist a lot too. Out of Iowa, which you just don't hear a lot of. I don't know if I like that bait and switch intro. This is tough though. Let us know what you think in the chat. That's not the right Guno. Guno 777. I like the intro. I don't know if we needed it. I don't know. I don't personally love intros like that for the most part. Especially because the song is really good, so it just kind of killed the energy a little bit to have it start that way and then stop. I would much rather hear the chopped screw part at the end of the song as an outro, personally. I know it is. It's just not something that it's like not something I'm personally a fan of. I hear it a lot. I know artists do it a lot, but I just think like sometimes as a more emerging artist, it's just easy to lose people when you kill the energy of a song that way. I low-key would prefer to get straight into it and then have it at the end. I don't like how often the song switches as I get my bearings. I don't like when people do that personally. I think that's what it is for me too. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the song is actually really good once you get into the main part, you know? It's so good once you get into the main version of it. That's maybe it. Yeah. I get it though, Dolphy. I know people are doing that. It's just, that's not even like my opinion specific to this. It's my opinion overall when people do that, I think. Like generally, I feel that way because it doesn't, like, what does it add to the song, if that makes sense? It doesn't mean don't do it. It doesn't mean obviously like, you know, Guno's done it here. It doesn't make me like the song less, but I just like the song so much I almost wish that it just started all the way through. And then you could easily have that chopped and screwed section here at the end. You know what I mean? Really catchy song though. Overall, great job. I do like it for the most part. I just think that's something that'll stand out to me. Yeah, Steve said like he could have gone straight into this and then go to the section at the end. I agree with that. Like, you could have put that right here and it would have been totally fine. To me, it's just like it breaks up that momentum of a song at the beginning. And it's like you give people, like the first thing that people get, right, is like, that's the first impression they get of the song. So when the song starts, they think, oh, this song is going to be like this. And look, this is not like psychology or like anything like official, but like in my head, this is kind of the way I think about it. It's like when I'm listening to a song, what I'm getting in the beginning of it is what I'm expecting to get from the rest of it. That bait and switch of like, oh, here's actually the screwed, chopped version of it. Like, that's just then what I'm trained to expect, I think, for the rest of the song. And then when it switches up within like 20, 30 seconds, I'm always like, ugh, like, why? And that doesn't mean that everyone's going to feel like that by any means, but it is how it makes me feel. Like, on a personal level, when I listen to stuff like that and it does just switch up like that, sometimes I'm like, well, fuck, like, that's just like not what I thought I was getting into, and I really liked it this way. So sometimes you just run the risk, I think, of like, teasing something for somebody, them really liking it a certain way, and then when it switches, them being like, wait, fuck this. This doesn't sound the way or feel the way that it felt when it started, and I don't like that it changed on me. Because then you like, it's not that it makes people feel like unsecure about what the song is, but I think there is just kind of that like, you know, like, do you like being lied to? That's like a super harsh way to put it, but like, do you like it when someone tells you one thing and then they switch it up and it's like a completely different thing? Like if someone gets you on a phone call and they're like, oh, I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing, and then they fucking pitch you something like out of nowhere, or they start a completely different conversation where they need something from you. Like, I hate that. So I think maybe that's to me the way that I feel like those switch ups kind of feel in songs, is almost like someone's like promised me one thing and then they've turned around and been like, actually, sorry, I was lying to you. This is not what you get from me. So I think that's probably what it is. It's just an in my head thing, but I don't love the switch up at the beginning of a song. I much prefer to have it at the end of a song after I've enjoyed the experience start to finish. W like Lovey up next. This is a rough mix of a song he's working on, still plotting out some parts, adding elements, but this is the gist. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got like 2-3 more songs. I think we've gotten through everybody. If there's anyone here who hasn't gotten played, please let me know too. W like Lovey. I like this artist too, man. Dude, we've just gotten some cool music from him. Alright, let me make sure I get you, Samady. Oh, sorry, it's Sam a day. My bad. I put it in there, Gio. This is a super easy listen. It kind of reminds me of Guy a little bit, if you've never listened to Guy from New Jersey. Super groovy, though. Careful of the bass line kick being just a tad too loud in this final mix master. But it's pretty good. It's got a good bounce to it. W like Lovey on Instagram. Gio, you're welcome, bro. This is so easy going. I fuck with this. This is my type of style. I also really like this type of stuff in general too. If it's easy to listen to and it feels good, I'm probably gonna really fuck with it. I feel like this does both of those things, right? Like it feels good, it's easy to listen to. The vocals sit in a good space. I really like it when the vocal like harmonies start to come in too. Those stacks to me are really where it shines the most. Rapped part a little bit less, but these sung parts right here, these stacked vocals, like to me, this is the sweet spot. I would like to hear more like runs and just ad-libby vocal moments that aren't just background vocals though. Just I think as you build further into the song, it would be good. It's good for a raw mix too. Yeah. Pretty cool overall. Feel like those songs need more elements though. Yeah, a little bit. At the same time, if you listen to like a Joy Crooks or someone like that, like there's never really too much in it. They tend to be a little bit more simple because they make them a little easier to dance to. All right, Money on My Dresser, Dole. This is hilarious artwork already. This is hilarious artwork. For all that's going on, it feels kind of empty at points. That's fair, that's fair. I do think that's where those ad-libby vocals come into play, though. Those runs and things like that, right? Cover art by China Bomber. I can make that. Vocals need to come up a little bit in this mix, alright? First things first. I like the super blown out, distorted sound, but I think the vocals need to be more up in the mix. I would maybe cut down the Navi Hey from Zelda Touch 2. Yeah, if you want to, Tren. I like this part a lot. I actually do like this, but my biggest thing is the vocals need to be like more in the forefront of the mixer. I even like those vocal samples, a lot of good bounce. Yeah, this does have a really good bounce. It's a really interesting song overall. This part's cool. It's cool with the stacked vocals as well, with the background, like the harmonies. The bank does ask for the capture a lot, bro. Relatable. No, there's a lot of things I do like about this. Mix-wise, I do wish the lead vocal was up a little bit more, especially in these more blown out parts, like around that 25 mark, that 1 minute mark, that 125 mark. Like those sections where it like drops back in and it gets like really distorted and full again. I do kind of wish that the lead vocal kind of cut through just a little bit more. Agree on the vocals needed more focus. I sometimes can't understand it. Yeah, I think the Navi like hey sample is also one that does kind of get a little bit loud and overpowering in certain sections. So that's maybe the other thing that I would say. But other than that, I kind of really enjoyed the song itself. Prod by Zeg, Z-H-A-E-G, or Z-H-E-G, sorry. Are you also Dole? Are you the producer and the artist? You are, right? Just because I'm not seeing a separate one. So I'm assuming you are both. Overall, I liked it. Good vocal variation, solid hook, just the vocal mix. Yeah, literally. That's it. You're the artist. What's your socials? You don't have them? Femi. My fellow Guna, my fellow Arsenal fan. What do you mean it has prude in it? Oh, okay. This also has relic rhymes of I just got my hair done fame. Also a really nice dude though. I fuck with him as a person. And I will say, he really like gives a fuck about his fans, which I also really respect. Femi79, bro. I fuck with this artist. Out of Atlanta.
Don't give a fuck about nobody. I'm in Miami for nights. I was stuck in the stew. Ain't no food. Now I got
Relic Rhymes, bro.
No, I ain't going for shit in 2K26. Diamonds throwing a fit. So
Relic Rhymes on Instagram. He just got his head up.
Come give me kiss. I ain't buying this shit, so you know what it is. Yeah. I don't like this bitch. If I
That's his dance. I don't have long hair, so it doesn't matter, but
if she was in jail, I won't write this bitch. Yeah, I made money today. Bitch, if you ain't a runner, you running today. And it's Relic and Femi, we making a way.
Arsenal fan. Gunners, it's a thing. We had the term first. Other people took it and made it something else.
He can't relate to my shit cause he ain't no real G. I got these scars on my back and he got paper.
Shout out to Relic Rhymes, man. For real. Femi also just very fire artist, bro.
Who you think you is? You losing your head, bitch, you Freddie Gibbs. If I had my way, I would free the fox. Bitch don't got a job. She be
This is a good back and forth, actually. I'm not upset about this at all. Femi79, the T is silent. This shit goes hard. Mix is really good on this. Everything sits where it needs to sit. I do think Femi's delivery is really solid on this too. Like his vocals are real standout for me on this. Solid. Femi79, good shit. All right, we got a paid skip up next. Bounce featuring Trend by Ryu 5K. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm gonna close the queue for right now. Oop, not in session. But if you want to submit, you can submit for Thursday stream as well. Just because I gotta get out of here in a minute. But if you want to submit, you can.
Got me feeling right. Finding peace in solitude. I'm just a passerby. Baby, bounce all that.
Not bad, not bad.
I'ma get you right. Drop that little attitude. I'm here to satisfy. I'm not a regular nigga. I am not making no regular figures. Got a particular vision. Afflicted with bitches with nonchalant pictures. I just been moving so different. I'm tripping on shit that I usually wouldn't. Hey, I gotta watch when I'm sipping. I might go and say what I mean, but I shouldn't. Hey, and I'm on a high. That's how she got me feeling. Ain't no way goes off from here. Drop your top, no ceiling.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, let me do all the staring.
All these two heat. I agree with you. I like this one a lot too. This is Ryu 5K, who I don't know that I've ever heard before. This is a solid record. I like this one. What's Ryu 5K's Instagram, man? Let us know when you can trend, because I do like this on a ball. Oh, he doesn't have one? Okay. We'll definitely tell him it is up when he does. Easy listen on this, too. This is definitely one that goes on the car, staying on in the car. Does that thing where it sounds familiar but it has enough elements to make it stand on its own, says Steve O'Papa. I would agree. Nice, short, sweet, easy to listen to. Good bounce on it, good production on it. Like, you already know it, but you can't put your finger on it. I agree. All right, this is just a beat made from Geo. Geo's _Spar2 Music. Do I need to listen to this full 3-minute and 32-second long beat? Like, does it change a lot, or is there a point where it repeats, just out of curiosity? Okay, one of the things that I will say about this is the bass sound. Because it's so wide and full, you can't really do the... It's like every time it hits, the tail gets caught up with the start of the next note. So it just kind of creates this like rumbly sound that doesn't really have a defined like rhythm as much. So that's one of the first things that I notice about this one. Rhythmically, I like it, but again, drum sounds wise, I don't know if I love the drum choices specifically. If you're not using Splice, I would definitely look into that. Similarly with the string sounds, I'm not crazy about like a super like digital sounding string sound. I tend to not use them a lot for that reason, because they don't feel like really like organic and analog. I would definitely look into what's it called? I forget this every time. There's one string sound library that's amazing. String VST. Which one is it? Spitfire Audio. Abby wrote Iconic Strings. So definitely go look at Spitfire Labs. They're free. Best string VST you'll be able to use. It's literally so good. It's all like samples of real recorded orchestras as well. It's just by far the best one, honestly. So definitely go look into that. I do like the ideas here. Like I will say, like rhythmically, just the movement of everything, the arrangement feels really good, minus the mix and sound choices, which I think is probably what would stop me as an artist from using it. But it, like, the ideas are there, so just keep working on that part. But I think it's dialing in on sound choice. I think it's dialing in on what VSTs you're using, and all of those things will improve the entire thing overall. This is the first song on my 4-song EP for him only. 12-year-old artist from Toronto. Oh yeah, Ade is the 12-year-old artist who's crazy, bro. Sam Ade, AD3Y_. To be 12 and make music like this is crazy. He's also a Christian artist from Toronto. They don't make a lot of Christian music like this, I have to be honest. This is what I want to hear them playing in church. If this is what church sounded like, it would be way more lit, I think, personally. I mean, I just genuinely have never really heard anything else like this. I don't know, bro. You're crazy. For a 12-year-old artist, you're doing things at a crazy level. I do think you could maybe have a little bit more variation in your vocal delivery, like in your first section. That was what I was thinking just now. It's good that you have a feature in here to break it up, though I do think your vocal sounds better mixed than Eli's, so I would just be careful of making sure that the vocals kind of match up from like a feeling perspective. But pretty solid, to be honest, overall. Crazy age-wise. Definitely keep making music, bro. You got a long career ahead of you, for sure. I think you have the opportunity to really like change up the way that Christian music is viewed and listened to, because again, there just is no one else making music quite like that. Gio, make sure you check out the YouTube. The VOD will be up after we get done. You're very welcome. We are going to get out of here now. We'll be back on Thursday. Submissions are open already if you want to submit for Thursday's stream. We will be back from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going to go raid Big Duck, so make sure you come on this raid with us. Go follow us on Kayvan's House if you haven't. Lots of cool opportunities for you there, including the Another 48 Hours playlist submission, which is still open until tomorrow. You have literally 24 hours left to submit for that. Make sure you get in there. Make sure you join the Discord for our free Q&A next week as well. And we're back next week. Thank you, everybody, for submissions today. Thank you for all the paid skips. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your week. Be safe. Enjoy your week. Do some good shit. I'll see you in the Discord. If you have any questions, you can always talk to me there, okay? Peace.
Look outside by the willow tree. See it wave at the softest breeze. Count the breaths and the space between.
K-Man. You can shit on Charlie Kirk, but it doesn't actually help the global or national situation we have. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, I mean, not that like everything you do has to help, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really think he was that big of a piece of shit, though. I did. I usually don't partake in that because it isn't conductive to actual or conducive to actual political change. It's just slacktivism, but not even. It's like bare minimum, man. Generally, though, high school is so much better than my middle school was. Oh, middle school is the worst, bro. Middle school is actually the worst place to be growing up. Middle school is the worst place to be growing up. It fucking sucks, all right? If anyone that gets through middle school, power to you. That place is terrible. Oh my God. Just a bunch of kids who don't know who they are, trying to figure out who they are, hurting other kids in the process. Fucking sucks, man. Middle school is the worst. Middle school is the worst. Kirk never did anything more than speak stupid points, but he isn't as bad as healthcare CEOs. Sure, but like, there's something to that. When you start like a whole platform to just like parade certain beliefs around, then it's not just like saying your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have a platform that's actually affecting people, and you know that you're doing that. You wouldn't be doing it if you didn't think it was affecting people, right? Like if I came on stream, gave you guys feedback, and I didn't think anyone was taking the feedback, do you think I would keep doing it? You know what I'm saying? He knew it was affecting people. It was having an effect on the youth. It was having an effect on groups of people. You know what I'm saying? Like it was effective. It was working, but it just